Welcome to MCOM Part First students. In the previous lecture, we discussed cost audit. Also, in the present lecture, I would like to explain the remaining part of cost audit by considering our syllabus. We know that cost audit is an audit of efficiency on the basis of object. Cost audit is an important types of audit. In cost accounting, determination of cost is recorded. Determine the cost is recorded. Now we are considering types of cost audit. Firstly, cost audit on behalf of the management. The management plays dominant role in every organization. The main purpose of cost audit to put proper cost data before the management, and that data should be reliable, relevant and accurate, and that data is concerned with cost. Therefore, cost audit acts as an aid of management or aid to management for the cost control. Cost audit ensures accuracy of costing record and that reliable data is provided to the management for decision making. So, cost audit helps to the management for taking proper decisions. Cost auditor also suggests how to reduce the cost of production and make improvement in the cost of accounting plan. So, cost audit on behalf of management is conducted for getting accurate and reliable data and which is helpful for decision making. Then, cost audit on behalf of the government. Government also performing various tasks for the welfare of the public. There are two types of governments measuring. Basically, certain things are very important in relation to government. Broadly, there are two types of governments: central government and state government. The governments decide about the industrial units, subsidiaries, and protection. The central or state governments, before considering the request of industrial units for subsidiaries and protection, the government may ask to conduct cost audit in order to determine the correct cost of certain units of production of the product. It is also find out whether the need of unit is genius, the need of the unit is genuine or made up, or the industry seeking assistance. Cost audit by trade associations. Trade associations are the associations of employees which are established for protecting the interests of employees. Cost audit by trade associations. Sometimes trade association requires that its members of it should maintain the prices of articles at a particular level. Employees associations are different from, kindly note that employees associations are associations which are established by employees for well-being. On the other hand, trade associations are the associations of trade for protecting their interest. The cost audit may provide full information on the costing system, level of efficiency, utilization of capacity, etc. regarding its member units, appropriate decision and to take representation to the government to review the policies of survival and growth of particular industry. For the betterment of particular type of industries, trade associations are giving information to the government, and also trade association determines that level of production and maintain the prices of articles. Then we are discussing about types of cost audit. Cost audit on behalf of tribunals. Labor tribunals may direct the audit of cost accounts to settle made dispute for more wages, bonus, and share in profits. Similarly, income tax tribunal may direct the audit of cost accounts to assess the correct profit or profit for of assignment purpose. Here we have discussed two types of tribunals. Labor tribunals are demanding more wages for the protection of laborers. On the other hand, income tax tribunal are focusing regarding cost accounts to assess the correct profit. Cost audit on behalf of the customer. Sometimes cost audit may be conducted on behalf of customer. When the when he agrees to pay for a certain product on cost plus basis, that is in the case of cost plus contracts. The customer in such a case, instead to go into cost account of the product audited to establish correct cost so that he may able to pay price on the basis of correct cost plus agreed margin of the profit. In order to avoid exploitation of the customer cost audit on behalf of customer is also arranged, in which the customer can get information about the cost incurred for making a particular product or article and expected margin, then price of the cost is fixed. Statutory cost audit. This is conducted as per the provisions of section 148 inserted in the Companies Act 2013. Here we are discussing types of audit. Cost audit on behalf of management, cost audit on behalf of government, cost audit on behalf of trade unions, cost audit on behalf of tribunals, cost audit on behalf of customers, statutory cost audit. Cost audit is also undertaken to fix the prices of those materials which are national importance like steel, cement, etc. It is useful to knowing the true cost of production. This is very important. The cost and audit is also undertaken for the determining prices of the materials which are of national importance like steel, cement, etc. Cost audit is undertaken to settle dispute about claim bonus and higher wages and other financial institutions. For settlement of labor's or employees' compensation, cost audit is helpful. Cost audit is undertaken to know the causes where factories are run ineffectively and uneconomically. It may be useful for the government before it takes over a sick unit. Cost audit is also taken for tax assessment. Cost audit is also undertaken to know the reasons where the cost audit of production differs from the unit to unit within the same industry. So we are here looking types of cost audit on the basis of need of particular segment. The type of cost audits has been framed. So firstly, cost audit on behalf of management. This is one of the types of cost audit. Another is cost audit on behalf of government, cost audit on behalf of tribunals, cost audit on behalf of customers, cost audit on behalf of tribunals. Cost audit is undertaken for for finding the causes of low efficiency. Cost audit is undertaken for settlement of disputes of employees or laborers. Cost audit is also undertaken for settlement of tax liability. Cost audit is also undertaken to know the reasons of different prices of industries from unit to unit. These are the types of audit. These are the types of cost audit. Now we are discussing difference between cost audit and statutory audit. For that purpose, I have prepared certain factors. By considering that factors, we may compare cost audit and statutory audit. Statutory audit is also known as external audit. Coverage. Cost audit covers select specified industries, product-wise coverage and not the whole company. Cost audit is specific audit. It is applicable to specified industries and especially specify products. Product-wise coverage is taken into consideration instead of whole company. Statutory audit is compulsory for all companies incorporated under the Companies Act 2013. It means the coverage of cost audit is limited, whereas the coverage of statutory audit is wider. Application. The central government may, by order, in respect of certain class of companies engaged in the production of prescribed goods or services, direct that particular relating to the utilization of material or labor or other items of cost as may be prescribed shall also be included in the books of accounts kept by that class of companies. In case of statutory audit, automatic application of provisions for all registered companies as per the section 139 of the Companies Act 2030. We are discussing the factor application. The central government play dominant role in regarding conducting of cost audit for specific industries, but in case of statutory audit, application of certain provisions is mandatory. By whom? Cost audit is done by cost accountant, whereas statutory audit is done by chartered accountant. For conducting cost audit, cost accountant is required. For conducting statutory audit, chartered accountant is required. Appointment of auditor. The cost auditor is appointed by board of directors. Statutory auditor is appointed by the members in annual general meetings. That is very important. Kindly remember that cost accountant is appointed by board of directors, whereas generally statutory auditor is appointed by the members of the company. Audit report submission. The cost audit report shall be submitted by the cost accountant to the board of directors, that is appointing authority of the company. A company shall within 30 days from the date of receipt of a copy of the cost audit report furnish the central government such report along with the full information and explanation on every reservation or qualification contained therein. Form CRA4 along with prescribed fee. It means that audit report is submitted to the board of directors as well as to the central government. Statutory audit report is submitted to the members in the annual general meeting. Base of report. Cost audit report is on efficiency and propriety. Statutory audit reports is on true and fair view of the state of affairs and the profit and loss. So, what is the basis of report? The basis of cost audit report is efficiency and propriety, whereas the basis of statutory audit is whether the company is showing true profit or loss and its financial position. Emphasize. The emphasis is on adequacy or otherwise of the cost accounting system. In case of statutory audit, the emphasis is on verification and authenticity of transactions. In cost audit, emphasis is on adequacy, whereas in statutory audit, emphasis is on verification and authenticity. Form of audit report. Every cost auditor who conducts an audit of the cost records of a company shall submit the cost audit report along with his or her or its reservation or qualifications or observations or suggestions, if any, in Form CRA 3. There is no specific format provided for statutory audit under the Companies Act 2013. So here we seen that difference between cost audit and statutory audit. Now we are concerned with companies governed by the Companies Cost Records and Audit Rules 2014. Some of the industries covered by the Rule 3 of the Companies Cost Records and Audit Rules 2014 are: there are certain industries which have importance in relation to national prestige. So the cost audit is applicable to the following type of industries: cement industries, tires and tubes industries, electricals or electronic machinery companies, coffee and tea companies, drugs and pharmaceuticals, sugar and industrial alcohol, paper mills, plastic and polymers, milk powder, jute and jute products. It means that these are the companies governed by the Companies Cost Records Audit Rules 2014. Now we are concerned with cost audit program. Cost audit program. Yet we have discussed types of cost audit, difference between cost audit and statutory audit, companies covered under costing records rules 2014, and now we are focusing cost audit program. The audit program should include all those steps which the financial auditor will include in his audit program. It means that financial auditor prepares its report or program, and that shows what should be checked regarding financial facts, as well as in audit program of cost, that things are taken into consideration. For example, vouching of expenses, appropriation of overheads, allocation of capital and revenue expenditure, rename determination, verification of dates, examination of documentary evidences, analytical procedure. It means that in cost audit program, same things are considered while vouching expenses. While vouching a particular expenses, the auditor should see that whether these expenses is shown in appropriate under appropriate head. This expenses is of capital or revenue expenditure. That classification is very important. Supporting documents should be checked by the auditor. With an auditor should keep in view the following factors while chalking out of a detailed cost audit program for a company. Objects of cost audit. While preparing audit program, firstly auditor should know that what are the objectives of cost audit. Then The audit program will cover the organizational details of costing system employed. It also includes the effectiveness of internal control system in operation, managerial decisions taken, their alternatives. It means that cost audit program is the program prepared by cost auditor for conducting cost audit of specified industries. Just like financial audit program, cost audit program is also prepared. Same things or facts applied in cost audit for vouching of expenses. While vouching of expenses, the auditor should see that whether the expenditure is approved by the authority, it is properly classified as a revenue or capital expenditure, it has been shown properly under the appropriate head, the proper evidences are available, etc. By considering the objects of audit, the cost audit program shall include objects of cost audit, the organization details of costing system employed, the effectiveness of internal control system, managerial decisions, and the taken their alternatives. All these points will help the auditor in arranging and distributing the audit work among various members of the audit team. In this way, in the present lecture, we discussed types of cost audit, then difference between cost audit and statutory audit. Also, we focused the cost cost auditor report and cost audit program. In this way, we have discussed aspects relating to the cost audit, and cost audit discussion part is over. In next lecture, I would focus on tax audit. That is very another type of audit. So kindly remember that there are two types there are two major types of audit: internal audit and statutory audit. That is very important. Apart from this, on the basis of object, there are four types of audit, namely special audit, service audit, management audit, and cost audit. So firstly we have taken as part of our syllabus, firstly we have taken management audit. Then we conducted two lectures for cost audit, that is explained in detail. Cost audit is an audit of efficiency. Whereas management audit is concerned with the process and functions of management. So, cost audit is more effective for better utilization of available resources that result into wealth maximization. In this way, I am concluding my speech here. Thank you.